Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true. Man found dead on roadway in Nain, St. Elizabeth identified. The St. Elizabeth police have identified the body of a man, which was found along the Jesco Apartment Road in Nain last week. He is 28-year-old Juan Omar Edgar of Lot 146 Chudley Housing Scheme in Manchester. The police theorized that Mr. Edgar was killed by his cronies as he was suspected to be involved in several criminal activities in Manchester and St. Elizabeth. It was reported that about 9:30 a.m. on October 5th, the Nain police responded to a call that a body was along the Jesco Alpart roadway. It was face down and had bullet wounds. The police discovered several spent casings close to the body. Shop vendor shot and injured at popular Portland Beach. A 50-year-old shop operator was shot and injured during an incident at the popular Winifred Beach in Ferry Hill, Portland over the weekend. The injured man has since been admitted to hospital. Reports reaching reporters are that around 5 p.m. on Saturday, the now injured man was sitting with two other people on the veranda of his shop when a brown Toyota Axio motor car drove up. Two men reportedly alighted from the back of the motor vehicle. It is alleged that one of the men removed a firearm from his waistband and opened fire, hitting the shop operator. The gunman reportedly escaped in the waiting vehicle. The shop operator, police stated, received gunshot injuries to the right and left side of his chest, right and left side of his abdomen, right upper arm and left side of his buttocks. The injured man was transported to hospital where he was admitted for treatment. No motive has been established for the attack, the police stated. Public health inspectors want vendor charged for unsanitary practice at Crab Circle. The Jamaica Association of Public Health Inspectors has called for the vendor seen in the viral video at the Crab Circle on the edge of National US Park engaged in a highly unsanitary practice to be charged for breaches of the Public Health Act. Concerns were raised about the operation of the vendors at Crab Circle following a viral video surrounding the behavior of the vendor. The Kingston and St. Andrew Health Department has since ordered crab and corn vendors at that location to cease their operations. Michael Miles, president of the Jamaica Association of Public Health Inspectors, told reporters that sanctions should be brought against the woman seen in the video. Mr. Miles added that it was alarming that the vendor seemed to be defending her action. Mr. Miles said local board of health should establish or designate food vending zones or areas for street vending that are equipped with basic sanitary amenities. Kingston wanted man held in St. Anne police raid. A wanted man was held by police during an incident-free operation at Ortress Bay Beach in St. Anne on Sunday. The man, identified as 35-year-old Sheriff Powell, a resident of Kingston 11, was wanted by the St. Andrew South Police in connection with a New Year's Eve murder last year. Police said between 11 a.m. and 11:45 a.m., lawmen who were acting on information carried out a raid at the beach where Paul was reportedly seen. He was subsequently taken into custody. Paul was wanted for the December 31, 2022 stabbing death of his landlord, 36-year-old Patrick Newby, a shopkeeper from Venables Crescent in Kingston 11. Reports are that around 7:30 a.m., Newby by his tenant got into an argument over rent money owed. The dispute reportedly got heated, and it was alleged that the tenant armed himself with a knife and the landlord armed himself with a cutlass. Police said residents in the area intervened to quell the confrontation, but in the ensuing commotion, Newby was stabbed in the chest. The landlord ran and collapsed along the roadway and was immediately assisted to the Kingston Public Hospital where he was pronounced dead. Over 60 pounds of ganja seized in St. Elizabeth. A snap raid by the police led to the discovery of over 600 pounds of ganja in Northampton, St. Elizabeth on Sunday. No one was arrested in connection with the find. Reports are that between 10 a.m. and 12:15 p.m., lawmen saw four men picking ganja. Reporters understand that upon seeing the lawmen, the four men ran in different directions, leaving behind a quantity of cured ganja. The ganja was reportedly seized and later destroyed by the police. We have evidence. A United States Navy petty officer, 34-year-old Yoda Bradshaw, is among four persons arrested in connection with the disappearance of politician Philip Powell's daughter and her mother. The other three suspects are reportedly males. It is believed that 10-month-old Powell and her mother, 27-year-old Miss Patterson, were abducted from their home on Gilmore Drive in St. Andrew on September 9. Deputy Commissioner of Police DCP Fitzbailey, who is in charge of the crime portfolio, gave an update on the probe revealing that the quality of evidence amassed so far is sufficient to conclude that Bradshaw is a prime suspect. We have evidence that we would advance a case at this time, but we want to ensure that we dot all the I's and cross all the T's. Bailey said that the police are to proceed with formal charges against Bradshaw, who shares a child with Powell. It was not ascertained how long she has been enrolled in the U.S. Navy. A petty officer is a non-commissioned officer who is typically equal to a sergeant in comparison to other military branches. Often, they may be superior to seamen and subordinary to more senior non-commissioned officers such as chief petty officers. Bailey expressed confidence that the evidence against Bradshaw and the others can stand up to any scrutiny in any court of law. This investigation has morphed into a very complex case of kidnapping and conspiracy to murder. The investigation is still ongoing, however, it is at an advanced stage, Bailey stated. He deemed that the matter is a very unfortunate situation, one that forces individuals with a conscience to cringe. Bradshaw is represented by attorney at law Deborah Martin, who confirmed that her client was arrested at her home on Thursday night. Martin said that her client is cooperating with the police and has professed her innocence. Law enforcement sources indicated that the police were in Rockford, Kingston, processing what they believe could be a crime scene linked to the disappearance of mother and daughter. Investigators were at the location in the Rockford community of Eastern Kingston. We have a crime scene and we believe that the bodies were taken there and disposed of. It's possible too that they were killed at that location, said a member of the security forces who asked not to be named as he was not authorized to comment. We are processing the scene. We don't know what we'll come up with. On Friday, reporters sought responses from a number of high-ranking PNP officials. However, news team was told by the individuals that they were just as confused as the public. Many of us are clueless. I'm learning of the event through a media and social media, one official stated. In the meantime, Bailey commended investigators for their commitment and tenacity in their continuous probe. PNP going after election victory in Trelawney. President of the People's National Party PNP Mark Golden told supporters in Trelawney on Sunday to work together as the party seeks victory in the next local election and parliamentary elections. The PNP presented its 11 Trelawney candidates at a meeting held at William Knibb High School. On the local government list are Rodell Hamilton, Donovan Horton, Fabian Davis, Garth Wilkinson, Charles Wilson, Lloyd Phelan, Mark Monday, Gregory Clark, and Andrea Ennis. For the parliamentary elections, the candidates are Fabian Davis for South Trelawney and Dennis Meadows for Northern Trelawney. In his address, Golden told comrades that the PNP is on a mission to take back Jamaica and to drive the country's development. We need to make Jamaica safer. We need to improve our education system so that we don't have 30% of our graduates being unable to read or write. There is challenge of training our people so that we can earn decent wages. Comrades, I appeal to you, work so that we can once again have the seat of power in our hands, he stated. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification